Iran is saying enough is enough. After fully complying with the nuclear deal, known officially as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, was abandoned by Washington a year ago, it is taking steps towards renewing the production of nuclear fuel.
We are announcing a reduction of our obligations under the JCPOA. We are not leaving the JCPOA.
While not abandoning the deal, Iran is stopping sales of its stockpiles of uranium and says it will start enriching uranium again in 2 months unless the remaining signatories of the deal step up to their commitments. Those nations, the UK, France, Germany, Russia and China, want to do so, but Washington's threat of sanctions against those that buy any Iranian oil or do business with Iran has had a chilling effect on their trade with Tehran. As well as economic sanctions, Washington is stepping up military threats too, dispatching an aircraft carrier to the Persian Gulf, following what Washington called threats to US forces in the Middle East. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo cancelled a visit to Germany and headed to Iraq Tuesday, warning against any attacks on US interests there. Then he headed to London, where he said he will wait and see what Iran actually does.
They've made a number of statements about actions they threatened to do in order to get the world to jump. We'll see what they actually do. The United States will wait to observe that.
Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif was in Moscow to meet his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov. Russia stressed the need to keep the nuclear deal in place and criticized Washington's show of force.
The United States' intention to send its aircraft carrier to the Persian Gulf and in general to strengthen its military presence there, alluding to their readiness to use force. Unfortunately, this has become a pattern of conduct of our American colleagues, be it in the Middle East or the Persian Gulf or Venezuela. This is all regrettable.
Europe, Russia and China have all tried to create ways around the unilateral US sanctions, but Washington's control of the global financial system has meant that it's very difficult to do. Iran's economy is suffering badly, and the early promise of the nuclear deal is fading, and fears of a confrontation between Washington and Iran are rising. And while Iran expressed its frustration that it's not getting the benefits of the nuclear deal, the US stepping up its maximum pressure campaign, announcing it's now going to sanction Iran's metals sector, aluminum, steel and copper, all targeted. While there had been offers of talks earlier in the Trump presidency, it looks like this campaign of pressure economically, diplomatically and militarily is set to continue. Nathan King, CGTN at the White House.